Flashback to 1983. Two down-on-their-luck comics artists named Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were farting around in a brainstorming session. Eastman drew some humanoid turtles with ninja weapons. They both thought this was funny and decided to self-publish a comic about the turtles. They considered giving them Japanese names, but figured it would be funnier to name them after Renaissance artists. They financed the comic with tax return money, and despite minimal advertising, it was a huge success. The series was super violent and filled with in-jokes about popular comic books of the time, especially Daredevil. For example, Daredevil fought ninjas called the Hand and had a mentor named Stick, so the Turtles fought ninjas called the Foot and had a mentor named Splinter. The Turtles' big break came a few years later when Eastman and Laird sold the licensing rights to Playmates Toys. Playmates produced the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon in 1987, followed by a line of action figures. Because kids were the target demographic, the Turtles had to become the clean-mouthed, pizza-loving, catchphrase-yelling jokesters we know and love. Cowabunga! The host of the Howdy Doody show sued Eastman and Laird because he claimed he invented the word cowabunga. Cowabunga! The case was eventually settled out of court. The Turtles became one of the world's most lucrative entertainment properties. From 1988 to 1997, Playmates made more than 400 different Turtles toys and raked in roughly $1.1 billion in sales of them. The first Ninja Turtles video game for Nintendo sold about 4 million copies. Playmates produced 188 episodes of the cartoon series, which was the best cartoon ever. Remember Krang, the alien brain that lived in a robot body? Man, that was awesome. Oh, fun fact, you know who did the voice of supervillain Shredder? James Avery, aka Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
All right, Will.
Now I can destroy all of you.
By 1990, Turtle Mania was at a fever pitch, and the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie hit theaters. It was a big hit and featured a cameo from a young Sam Rockwell. The movie's director, Steve Barron, also directed the music videos for Billie Jean, Take on Me, and Money for Nothing. God bless the 80s. Also in 1990, Pizza Hut sponsored a live concert tour featuring dudes dressed up as the Ninja Turtles, and it was called the Coming Out of Their Shells Tour. And it was terrible and also amazing.
I'm the one they call Michelangelo. Let me kick my story, just say so.
1991 and 1993 brought two more Turtles movies, Secret of the Ooze and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, in which everyone travels back in time. Both movies were flops, however, Secret of the Ooze featured Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap, which remains a totally sick banger.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
The Turtles have flown under the pop culture radar for the past 20 years, but they've never totally disappeared. They've been in comics that whole time, and there have been various cartoon series, including the current one on Nickelodeon, which features Jason Biggs as Leonardo.
Now, am I the leader of this team or not?
Oh, and there was a 2007 CGI movie called TMNT, narrated by Lawrence Fishburne.
4 turtles.
But now the Turtles are back in full force, thanks to Michael Bay. Initially, Bay wanted to do a movie where the Turtles were aliens, but instead stuck with the original concept. It's a very Michael Bay-ish movie. Here's hoping it leads a generation of children to rediscover the old cartoon.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage